Hi, I'm Todd.
And I'm Wade. And every week we do a podcast.
A podcast?
Well, it's kind of like a radio show, but no music. And it's cool.
We talk about all things geeky and pop culture related. You know, comics, movies, video games, weird stuff.
And we have special guests.
Really? Special guests?
So we decided to film some to show you what it's like.
Welcome to
Geek Speak Live.
Welcome to Geek Speak Live. I'm your host, Todd Bailey, and you are tuning in for Australia's #1 geek pop culture podcast and TV series, filmed right here in Queensland, but it goes right out around Australia. Joining me tonight on the show, my co-host. Now, it is rumoured that he's been trawling the highways of southeast Queensland trying to pick up lonely hitchhikers in his covered van. It's a bit scary. And his CB radio handle is Ginger Snaps. Mr. Wade Copson.
Wade Copson on Pots and Pans. Thank you
Hello,
very
big
much.
fella. You ready for a big show?
I am indeed.
Now, we've got a special guest in tonight.
We have.
He's come all the way from Bris Vegas. He's a Bris Vegas regular down there. And he once auditioned for Beauty and the Geek, but they said he was too beautiful.
Really?
Mr. Steve Muller.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure to have you here. You are, of course, Geek Speak, the web series new host.
Yes.
And we got to film with you today. You did some stuff, and I hope we didn't scare you too much.
No, well, apart from that one diva moment where I accidentally bought you a regular Coke and not a Coke Zero.
You're lucky you're not bruised tonight. I tell you, no amount of makeup will cover that.
No.
If Bruce Willis was in the room, you would have been gone, man. You would have been gone. You had no idea what lens was.
No, I'm just like, Wade's like, which lens are we using? I'm like, the one that makes
This
Steve's
one.
head look not so fat.
And it is a beautiful head. You can't do too
It's
much
wonderful.
damage to
Look,
this.
you fill all the geek criteria. You got the glasses, you're skinny, you got the tats. Now show off the tats to the camera over there.
Which ones are we doing?
The comic tat. Now you got
the Green Lantern emotional spectrum. You got Transformers. You got DNA from Heroes.
See,
you got Coheed.
That is honestly a true geek. He's tattooed geek stuff on his
and,
body.
and his shirt has got covers everything known
From
to
the
man.
80s. Right
Question, pick 'em. Come on, get it.
Transformers, Batman,
He-Man, G.I.
Ninja
Joe,
Turtles,
Star Wars,
Chewie,
Lego, Voltron. Yeah, I think we've covered all of it.
No.
Power Rangers.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles.
Now this is the tricky one. What's this?
Hulk Hogan. That's how good I am. I'm a child.
Nobody ever gets it.
The big
Nobody
mustache.
gets it.
It was the moustache. Actually, it was the crutch that gave it away for me.
When did you ever look at Hulk Hogan's crutch?
It's
and
time in
when
my
you were a kid?
childhood we will never ever speak of
Oh,
again.
okay.
Anyway, getting along to it. Now, you did audition a couple of years back for Beauty and the Geek. Give us a bit of background story.
Oh,
What
well,
happened?
I went along thought, I'm a geek, why not? And just felt that they kind of only show a certain percentage of the geek demographic.
That show actually irks me because to me it's not true geeks.
No. Well, when you look at the, what would you call it, the application process on their website, if they're looking for geeks, you've got a paragraph this long of you got to be socially awkward, you can't be good in front of people, which is kind of redundant if you're asking people to come along and audition in front of a camera.
Exactly. And not every geek is socially awkward. I know.
No.
Well, I mean, a lot of geeks are very successful people. They just have a passion about something that they, collected.
The reason you didn't get on Beauty and the Geek is you don't have a big ass beard.
That's what it is.
Every
that's
person has a big ass beard on that show.
And yeah, they were looking for this, and when it comes to beauties, they ask for one sentence, dumb and blonde, or dumb and,
Really?
vivacious. I went
like
along
your
because
beauties
I wanted to
vivacious?
show them that not all geeks are socially
Awkward.
awkward.
Or socially retarded.
Yeah, and the
Unlike
problem...
the two hosts of Geek Speak, where
Yeah.
retarded.
We should go on Beauty and the Geek. We'll get straight through to the last round.
You can be the geek, I'll be the beauty.
What?
You can tell us on Twitter or Facebook about that, folks.
But yeah, so, obviously
Do you
Beauty
agree?
and
Which
Beauty
one's
and the Geek has a better ring than Beauty and the Nerd,
Beauty
or
and the
Beauty
Nerd.
and the Dork, or
See,
whatever.
my
but-
big thing on Beauty and the Geek is, like I say, a lot of them aren't, to me, not what I'd call geeks. They're like a geek to me is not a computer person per se. You know what I mean? Like that's a nerd.
That's a nerd, yes.
You know,
A geek is
the-
someone
I'm not a
that-
nerd. Nerds are smart.
yeah, geeks generally aren't smart. They're passionate about what they like, but they're not like super smart. Is what This will get me. We'll cop flack from viewers probably going, "You don't speak for all geeks" or something like that. But my show, my rules. I'll do.
Look,
what I
I
want.
will make the argument that even a collector of sports memorabilia is a
Is a
geek.
geek, yes.
Because a geek is simply a professional in their field. Well, not even a professional, just someone knowledgeable in their field and someone with a passion. And if you're even collecting a bunch of
It's like-
Brisbane Broncos or
Yeah.
Chicago Bears gear and your walls aligned with it.
Do you know what the
How
big
is
fella
that
here-
any different to lining my walls with Transformers
Exactly.
and
Do you know what the big
comic
fella here
books?
collects?
What?
He keeps it on the down low. He collects China teacups. He's got a lovely collection of them. He's a teacup geek.
And that's a geekish quality.
You know,
but people
and
just see it as like, no, that's a collector.
Your mum and I get on very well together.
It's wonderful,
That
you know?
one passion.
I don't have to go to lunch with Mum. I just send Wade along. Love you, Mum. Anyway, we are going to kick in. We've got plenty to talk about on the show tonight. We're going to talk about Lock and Key. You're a fan of Lock and Key.
Swear by it.
We've got the Geek Speak Super Round. Are you prepared for that?
Ooh.
We've got some interesting questions.
First I've heard about this super round, but I'm give it a go.
You only need to get down to your Superman underpants. That's all you need to do.
I'm wearing Pac-Man.
I've got a couple of questions I want to put out to you guys tonight to get some answers out of you. But we'll kick it along right now. I want to ask, favourite movie that you're looking forward to this year, Steve? Now, there's so many big ones. We've got Thor 2 coming out. You've got Iron Man 3, Man of Steel, the new Superman film.
Look, there's too many to name. Watching previews today of what was the magician one?
Now you see it.
Now you
Doesn't that look amazing?
It does, but yeah, there's too many. But I'm Man of Steel. That scene of him about to take off in flight and the pebbles raising from the ground,
Yeah.
going
Wicked,
supersonic. I was crying that whole way through that trailer. I was like, this is the Superman of all.
He's very emotional, isn't he? He was doing that on set today.
That's what all of us was hoping Superman Returns was going to be like.
Oh, look,
And it
it's
wasn't,
legendary pictures. You've got to expect good things.
Brian
from
Singer
Legendary.
made a horrible Superman film.
Hey,
Right.
I love Superman Returns, and I'll
Really?
fight you.
This will be Steve's last podcast.
Are you serious? Really?
Speak Live.
I loved it.
Really?
Absolutely.
No way.
Another chance.
Why?
Look, it would be the same reason that I can sit here and say I still love Transformers Revenge of the Fallen despite it being absolute pus. It's the only chance I'm going to see these characters that I love on screen.
Yeah.
And any portrayal of that. Though, then again, like Ghost Rider 2, that was turned off in 5 minutes.
No
Like,
way, man.
you're
Ghost Rider
kidding me.
2 was the bomb.
Oh, I enjoyed Ghost Rider 2.
The only way it could have been better is if Ben Affleck was in it.
Ooh.
You having a crack at me now?
Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms.
It comes up again. My man crush for Ben Affleck. No one's ever going to let me live
What
that down.
would you do for Ben Affleck, Todd?
I'm not going to say it on
Whatever
TV.
he wants. Whatever he wants.
Trust me, I am his.
Are you serious? Ghost Rider 2, you didn't enjoy it?
I couldn't do it.
The same guys that did the Crank movies.
You're not a fan
Couldn't
of
do
Crank movies?
Really?
No.
What
I
was
haven't
about
actually
it?
seen Crank.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, there you go. That's your homework.
Well, speaking of homework, Mr. Todd Bailey.
No, we're.
And things that we haven't done, as the Batman-centric and Batman-obsessed director of Geek Speak, have you or have you not played Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City on Xbox or PS3?
We will get to talking about that later on in the show, I do promise. But now we'll be back after this break here on Geek Speak Live. Thank you very much, folks. Thanks. You are watching Geek Speak Live, and we've got special guest Steve Muller here on the show tonight. And before the break, you had a crack at me, and yes, I'm going to admit it. I am a massive Batman fan. I love Batman. I have not played Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. Stop shaking your head at me, okay? I haven't had time, right?
It's been out for years.
Hey, no, I know, but I haven't had a chance to play it.
Yeah.
Okay, so get off I will play it, I promise. What? Yes?
Yes, the man on the right.
I haven't either.
He hasn't played it either.
My name's Wade Cobston, and I haven't played Arkham Asylum either.
This is like like an intervention, you know? Steve's leading an intervention.
This is what I am working with.
Yes, we know. Anyway, forgetting that, but still talking about the favourite film that we're looking forward to. Now, I didn't get to ask you your favourite film that you're looking forward to this year, or one of the films you're looking forward to. Not favourite, because you can't pick them until you see them.
Superman is something that I really, really want to see.
I think it's going to be an epic take on the Man of Steel.
that
I really
I
do.
can't wait to see.
What else?
However, I want to see Bruce Willis say "Yippee-ki-yay" one more time.
Yeah.
At least one more time.
Die Hard 5, was it? A Good Day to Die
A
Hard?
Good Day to Die Hard. He's in Russia, and his
his
son.
son.
I don't remember his son ever being referenced in any of the
film?
movies.
No, I think the one which was Airport. Die Hard
That's the second
2.
one, yep.
I'm pretty sure there's reference to him there. Mum's at home with the kids. And
Because there's always reference to his daughter.
There's a daughter in the second. I think there's mention of the son in the second film.
Okay.
And yeah, suddenly it's like, you have a son and
Who's
he's
Australian?
in his mid-20s and Australian.
He's an Australian playing an American in Russia. That's
Oh,
just
come on, look,
confusing.
it's Bruce Willis. You can't go wrong.
No, look, hand on heart, I'm looking forward to that
And
one.
the trailer looks amazing, where they're falling out of the sky, smashing through glass, and there's a helicopter exploding, falling down at the same time. Just looks epic.
We saw the trailer the other day in the cinema and literally squealed like a girl.
I did.
I'm like, what the hell was that? That's how excited he is. I'm personally, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man 3 for me. That's going to be a good one. Can I get a hell yeah out of the crowd? Bit of a clap for that one, Iron Man 3. Yeah.
A lot of good films this year.
Yeah.
Too many to choose.
Star Trek comes out
they're like
this
my-
year.
Oh, Into
Did you see that?
Darkness.
They're like my puppets. Okay. Watch this. Do it again.
Pull
Ready?
with the strings.
Ladies and gentlemen, a clap.
Pull the strings!
Dance my puppets. Anyway, so moving along. I want to talk to you about Lock and Key.
Oh,
Now,
Lock and Key.
IDW, Joe Hill. Have a crack. Give us a quick explanation.
Look.
Can I hold it up?
You hold it.
Lock and
This-
Key Volume 1. There you go, folks.
Can
Pick it
I
up.
hold it up now?
Just to feel special.
There you go.
This was the comic that showed me there is more to comics than superheroes and villains and typical stories.
Yep.
Joe Hill's writing is absolutely phenomenal. Like, this guy knows how to write horror.
Quick
And-
thing, he's the son of Stephen King.
Yeah, I did a bit
Yeah.
of research. I've got all his novels now because I'm like, I saw a photo and I'm like, this guy looks familiar. And to find out he's the son of Stephen King is like, that horror writing runs in the blood. Gabriel Rodriguez on art. This is a guy like Lovecraft Mansion. He has meticulously planned out every single room.
Got to say, I am a fan of that artwork. That is fantastic. That's my kind of artwork, right?
Rodriguez has worked on every book. He's working on the latest one, the finale to the series.
Wow.
What is it? Book 7, Omega.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a guy who has architecturally designed a whole mansion and can pinpoint exactly where to do a scene and where the light's going to come in.
Fantastic. So, give us a quick breakdown. What is it about?
It's okay. Lovecraft Mansion. There's a portal to a demon world, and when these demons come through, if they're severed from it, they leave behind a part of themselves that becomes this malleable metal.
Yep.
That can be turned into these fantastic keys that can give yourself powers. You can pull out memories from your mind. You can control shadows. You can grow to Herculean size. Like, I'm
That's some
talking
pretty cool
giant man
stuff, James.
size. And the thing is, only children or those under 17 or 18 can actually see this magic. Once you're an adult, it's no longer there.
Yep.
And basically, a guy who, has been trying for years to bring through more demons is pretty much just trying to do that, get them through in the latest book as well. It's the finale of the series. They're wrapping it up.
Fantastic. And that's called Omega.
Omega.
Yep.
And horror comics.
It's in your comic shops right now, folks. Pop along and grab some copies of that. Lock and Key Omega.
Could the superhero power you get is to become a ginger?
A what?
A ginger.
A ginger?
Like
Yeah.
Ginge.
Like
Well,
me.
they
you
do
get-
show that they start making their own keys and what abilities to imbue into them.
Why would you want to be a ranger? Why would you want that as a superpower?
What?
Well, sorry. I mean,
I'm sorry,
Well,
what?
well, there is a key to change your gender from male to female, so surely there's one to change a few
Do you know I do
hair
that?
follicles.
What?
What? I
What,
know.
for Ben Affleck?
Yeah, I'll be his Jennifer Garner for a day.
Ew, man.
Why does everything keep coming back to
Bit
I
of-
don't know.
Bit of Daredevil and Elektra.
Oh, hello.
Now, Daredevil, that's a good movie.
It is, and I can't believe Stan Lee the other week came.
He
sorry.
bagged it.
He bagged it a few weeks ago.
Stan Lee's gone senile in his old age.
He's
It's
90
all the
years of
car
age.
key.
Anyway, quickly talking, Lock and Key. They filmed 2011. They filmed a TV
Yeah,
pilot.
2011. I was thinking it was about an hour and a half. Aired at Comic Con.
Yep.
Big things were going to come from it. Really looking forward to seeing it.
The
Had
fan response at Comic Con was very positive, wasn't
it was huge, and you've got stars like Miranda Otto, Jesse McCartney, Nick Stahl,
Now, was it
and
Nick Stahl? That rings a bell. What else does he
Terminator
do?
3,
Yeah.
Ah, yes, there you go.
John Connor, and
Miranda Otto. Is that the Aussie girl?
Yes.
Yes. There
they
you go.
pulled Lord of the Rings.
Ah, yeah. Cool.
Eowyn. They pulled the plug.
Why?
They said they were going to try get it out on DVD if they could get a bit more of an audience going, but it came out a couple of months ago that I think it's Universal, or was it Paramount, have got the rights for it.
Yep.
They're doing a feature film trilogy, and Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman, who worked as the executive producers on the pilot, are doing the screenplay.
Fantastic. There you go. So
So
Lock and Key
I'm
may still
really
be
looking
coming
forward
back
to that.
to a big screen.
Yeah.
Instead of the small screen, it'll be on the big screen. Fingers crossed.
Do you think they can fit the entire the amount of story into 3 films?
They fit the entirety of Lord of the Rings into 3 films, and
Well,
they're fitting
guess.
1 book into 3 films with The Hobbit. Like, who knows what they can do with books these days?
True, very true. So, if I was to ask you for a Geek Speak rating for Lock and Key, what would you give it?
What are we doing this out of? 5
5.
out of 10?
5. 5 being high, 1 being
5.5.
Wow.
5.
No, look,
5.5 is
I'm going
definitely
5.
an F, yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal writing, brilliant artwork, just superb story, a good introduction to horror comics.
Yep. So if you're not normally a horror reader, you'd pick this up. And
Oh yeah,
be like,
it's
hey,
it's
check
not
this out.
it's not horror in the way you think of B-grade slasher horror.
Yeah.
It's mental.
Makes you think.
Yeah,
Anticipation.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That was
Have
a nice
you,
big word.
hey, good on you, James.
That was
Good
your
on you,
word
buddy.
of the day.
I appreciate that.
Take that off the calendar.
Have you ever read Joe Hill? Speaking of Joe Hill, his other book, Joe Hill's The Cape.
No, I've only read his novels.
From
Like,
IDW as
That's
well.
intense, man.
It's a good
full on.
comic, really good comic. Do yourself a favour, pop along your local comic shop and pick that up. Joe Hill's The Cape is available as a fantastic hardcover, that one. So there you go, Lock and Key, Volume 1, that one there. Welcome to Lovecraft. Steve has given it 5.5 out of 5. I don't know how you pull that off. I really don't know. But
I'm Steve.
Yes, Steve. That's the Geek Speak rating. Pick it up. Check it out. Joe Hill, son of Stephen King.
I'll just take that home.
Yeah. You can't steal it. Anyway.
While we're at it.
See what I've got to deal with here, folks? We'll be back with more Geek Speak Live after this break. Fantastic. Thank you. Welcome back. Oh, God, it's been a fast show, isn't it? We're getting to the tail end of the of Geek Speak
Low
Live. You enjoying it?
Oh,
Yeah, you were crying in the break.
I was crying because I've got to go home.
Because you can't sleep here. I got a question. A fan sent this in. They didn't want us to put their name on there, but a fan sent in, posed a question on Facebook and said, if you were to have a roommate who was a superhero, who would it be? And what do you reckon about them would be like a pet peeve? Something that would irk you off about living with them in a... Let's say it was a unit. Not a house. You're living in a unit with a superhero.
2-bedroom unit.
Yeah, 2-bedroom unit. Yeah,
One bathroom.
One bath. You're doing this shared bathroom. Let's say it's up a flight of steps. You know, you've got to carry the groceries up.
Yep.
Take that into consideration when
Wow.
you're picking your superhero. Steve, thoughts? Who you reckon?
Deadpool.
Deadpool, the merc with a mouth.
Oh,
Why?
yeah. Well, apart from every day being special.
Wouldn't it just? Do you reckon you get like? Okay, straight away Deadpool. You say that to me, I'm like, he's one ugly son of a gun, right? But he probably
He's got
wouldn't.
a mask.
Hey,
There,
he's got
there
a
wouldn't
mask,
be too many mirrors in the house, though, would there?
He'd
No,
make sure of it.
not only that, but what I'm getting at, he wouldn't be bringing a lot of girls home, so I don't reckon he'd be pulling too many girls with a face like that. Would he? So he wouldn't have to worry about
No,
the old
I don't know.
sock on the
The
door or
atti-
something like that.
Just the attitude. Every day it'd be a party, but hiding the bodies.
Yeah. Do you reckon? I reckon if it'd be annoying if he kept breaking the fourth wall. Imagine you cooking
All of a
breakfast and he's like
He just starts talking to the
starts
front door.
talking to the door or the microwave, and you're kind of like, what are you doing? You know, the eggs can't talk back at you, Wade Wilson. But that's your. What?
Oh yeah, I'm sticking with Deadpool.
Sticking with Deadpool, but
Yeah.
is that the only pet peeve you'd have? Is that hiding the bodies, or is there something else that would irk you about him? You reckon?
No, like I said, every day it'd be special. You'd wake up every day going.
Do you
What are we
reckon
doing?
you'd have his weird kind of wacky sense of humour? You'd be able to share the same movies.
Yeah, you'd build off it.
Yeah.
A little bit of a repertoire built.
The repertoire. Who would you go, big fella?
Iron Man.
Tony Stark.
Tony
Iron Man.
Stark. How
Really?
awesome would your life be, man?
Hey, I said you're
Every
living in a
second- you wouldn't be
two-bedroom
living
unit
in a
up a flight of
two-bedroom unit with
steps. Right, like what is like?
Young Tony Stark.
You reckon? No, he was still
He'd
wealthy
still be
then.
rich with money
Do you
falling
reckon,
out
do you
of
reckon
his...
it's Tony Stark slumming it? Just
Really?
kind of like, he
Iron
wants to
Man
see how
3
that
Tony
halfway-
Stark after his mansion's been blown up.
So,
Yeah?
so it's a
Okay.
short, it's a 6-month lease, and you're living with Tony Stark Iron Man.
Well, if you're telling me that, then like every night is going to be staying at home and or walking the streets looking for cigarette butts, or every night
checking
he's
for
going to be on
dumpers.
the drink, you know.
Because he's a bit of a partier, Tony.
Oh,
Yeah, now, this is the thing, though. This is probably a good thing. If you were single, right, and...
That's a big if.
It's a big if, especially because your lovely partner is in the studio tonight, so watch what you say. If you were single and living with Tony Stark, would the whole... you reckon you'd be able to pick up off him? Like,
Oh, easy,
he'd
man.
come home with 3 girls, you'd take a stray, you just kind of...
Shotgun the redhead.
You know, you'd work out the
That'd be
weaker
what
one.
she was saying.
Ba-dum, boom, ching. You reckon that'd be a cool kind of thing?
I think it'd be a cool time until he starts drinking to that point. You know, all drunks that
Until
get to
he
that
gets
point.
to the demon in a bottle stage.
I
of his
hate
life.
you. My dad never loved me. That kind of stuff.
You reckon?
He just
have a
it'd
tumour.
switch.
Oh, God, Elvis.
I can't use my heart.
Do you know who I'd go?
Who?
I reckon
Ben
Batman.
Affleck?
No,
Daredevil, as played by Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
You see, well, actually, Daredevil would be kind of cool because you could hide stuff around the unit and he wouldn't find it. Would he?
You wouldn't have to do the washing up because
No?
you wouldn't know.
No, he senses smell.
You just pass him a cat. This isn't my keyboard.
Very funny, Todd. You know, you left the toilet seat up and I fell in again.
I do not understand that ever.
What?
Why would you? Women.
Have you never fallen in?
No. I'm
Drunk-
just.
you know, done
But
it
I'm
drunk?
just saying, like, women want you to put the toilet seat down,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You don't cross the road without looking both ways, do you?
But
Why
I-
would
like,
you sit down on a
3
toilet?
a.m. disoriented, you're half asleep, you don't know
If you're
what's
doing-
going on.
I still know what's
you've
going
had a
on.
bad-
Cold porcelain, mate, that'll wake you up.
I'm gonna say if you've had a bad kebab on the way home and you start dozing off and you get the I got a bolt.
If I had a bad kebab, I'm not wanting the seat to be down. I'm
Well-
wanting it to be up.
Anyway, I'll go with Daredevil. Since you guys brought it up, I was going to say Batman, and I was going to say he'd be too brooding, and he wouldn't be able to pull a curtain shut because he'd be sitting there staring out the window waiting for
Or your pet
bat
peeve
signal.
if you live with Batman is he actually plays video games.
Yeah. I want to ask you some awesome questions here, Steve. This is the Geek Speak Super Round. Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
Lay it on me.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Limber
give a quick clap for the Geek Speak Super Round.
You've
Okay.
got to think of the first thing that comes
Comes
in
to
your
your
head.
mind. Right? So if I say to you, DC or Marvel?
70% DC, 30% Marvel.
God, he's very precise, isn't he? Boxers or briefs? That's for the ladies that asked.
Jockey shorts.
Oh, fair enough. Cinema or DVD?
Cinema.
You like the cinematic experience?
Alone.
Alone? You don't like going with someone?
No, like, there's nobody else in the cinema.
Those are the times that you just look around and you go, I've got a great life, man. No one else is in this cinema. I can laugh at the parts I want to laugh
Really?
at.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that at home with a DVD.
Well, you could.
Plus, you can pause it so you can go and pee.
But is your screen 50 feet long?
Well, if I was Bruce Wayne, it would be. Disney or Warner Brothers?
Disney.
You're a Disney man?
Sleeping Beauty. Favorite Disney film, hands down.
He said
What about
Sleeping Beauty.
Looney Tunes, man? Bugs Bunny.
Disney.
He said, he said Sleeping Beauty.
I will fight you.
I'm
How
gonna
did you not get picked up on Beauty and the Geek
I don't know.
with that?
Look at this.
Really? Disney. I like some Disney, but I'm more a Warner Brothers man.
Disney.
Leather or spandex?
Ooh.
Now, hang on. Shouldn't we
Wait,
explain?
are we elaborating?
Let's
Is this
elaborate
back
on
to
this question.
Underwear or a costume?
This is for if you're a superhero, for your superhero costume, leather or spandex.
little from column A, little from column B.
So you're gonna have a mixed costume.
Yeah.
It'd be leather and then a spandex codpiece
Spandex butt.
Yep.
Yeah, at the back. Yeah, just in case you ate a few too many donuts. You
with a
can
G
spread out.
banger, just cupping it.
Come on, I thought this was meant to be light.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're getting Sonic or Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Really?
Nintendo.
Avengers or Justice League?
Justice League because it's got Green Lantern.
Really? Yeah. Now you
yeah.
are a die-hard Green Lantern fan.
Ooh.
This guy on his car on the bonnet has a Green Lantern. It's a little green.
My
machine.
car is called Hal Jordan.
It's got, he drives along patting it, going, "I love you, Hal. I love you, Hal." There you go. That's all I was going to ask you. Oh, actually, one last one. If you were to have a superpower, what would it be?
Flight, specifically Archangel's metal wings.
Really?
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
You'd love a set of wings on the back.
And so that you could go
How does it go,
and-
Ginge?
and fling stuff to walls.
It's cheap here at
Todd
Geek Speak
annoys
Live.
me,
We've
I
got
can
him
just
making sound
fletch it
effects.
him right in the eye.
Yeah. You'd be right putting up posters on the wall of your house. Just stand there and go, and
Right.
it's up.
On that note, a special thank you, Steve Muller. Thanks for coming in and joining us tonight, big fella, as
Glad
a
I
guest.
could come in.
Ladies and gentlemen, big clap for him. Give him a clap. Ginge, once again, it's lovely to have you sitting beside me.
Thank you very much.
Ginger
Wade Cupson
snaps
on
from-
pots and pans.
Remember, that's his CB call sign, Ginger Snaps. Where can you head along to if you want to watch our videos?
YouTube.com/GeekSpeak Australia, Facebook.com/GeekSpeak TV, and Twitter.
Steve, where are we on Twitter?
Geekspeak AU.
Fantastic. Pop along, check it out. And we'll be back next week with another fantastic show and another guest.
We will indeed.
I've been your host for the night, Todd Bailey. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. You've been tuning in to Geek Speak Live, Australia's #1 geek pop culture podcast and TV series. I've been your host, Todd Bailey. Join us next week here on Geek Speak Live.